G'day, I'm Rob Draper, founder of Single Malt TV, and welcome to the first live web stream or live stream for Single Malt TV. Today, my guests are Teun van Vel and Bob Venting, who are the founders of Maltstock. And a lot of you are going to know what Maltstock is. Some of you may not, but by the end of the day, everyone will be familiar with Maltstock. Now, the question is, why is Maltstock featuring first on the first web stream for Single Malt TV? And it's a little bit of a full circle. When I first launched Single Malt TV back in 2005, I was sent a video by a crazy bunch of guys in this town called Nijmegen, and I had no idea where that was or what it was about, but the video was hilarious. They were singing and dancing and jumping around, and the one thing they said was they loved the concept of Single Malt TV. So I immediately loved them. And so here we are 20 years later, and the two guys who founded it have now got a global phenomenon on their hands, because Maltstock is regarded as the most relaxed whiskey weekend in the world. And so today we're going to talk to them. So I'm going to bring them on right now. Teun and Bob, welcome.
Hey, hello, Rob. No more dancing today.
Hey, it's a long time since I've seen your smiling faces.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, where are you?
We're in my basement, my SM cellar, which stands for single malts, obviously.
Yeah. I figured that.
Yeah.
So I think what we should do is, there are probably some people on here who don't know what Maltstock is. So why don't you just give us a quick rundown on what Maltstock is and how it started? Because I remember you and I talked before the first one even came on, and you were saying, what you were doing, and I thought, wow, that sounds like a bit of a crazy idea, but and maybe it was, but look what happened.
Yeah, most certainly was a crazy idea, but it's, to keep it really short, it's like the most relaxed whiskey weekend, like you said. Now, it's a gathering of whiskey enthusiasts, and we bring people together for like a whole weekend. We provide accommodation, food, drinks, tastings, big campfire, everything. But it's mainly about bringing the whiskey enthusiasts together and share drams, share stories, meet new friends, meet old friends.
And people stay there, right? They can stay.
Yeah, that's one of the main difference, because we still do go to a lot of whiskey fairs, but there you go and you walk around and try a new dram. You're mainly there for the whiskey, but you tend to meet loads of good and nice people, because that's what the whiskey community is. But there's not a lot of time to chat. And the way we enjoy whiskey the most, and most people do, is if we sit down with a couple of people, have a bottle of whiskey, and have a lot of talks and bullshit. And that's what we wanted to do with slightly more people, and then during a whole weekend. So we've got accommodation on site, which is fairly basic. It's an old Boy Scout venue, so we got dorms with bunk beds. But you can get some rest if you like.
If you like to have some rest, you can absolutely have some rest. But
if you can go to the snoring.
It's not the aim of Maltstock.
It's like a snoring symphony.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. There's
no rush. Nobody needs to leave. We're not with a time limit. So on a whiskey fair, it's a couple of hours and then you have to go. Yeah. And here you are the whole weekend. There's plenty of time. There's no rush. It's relaxed.
Yeah. How many people do you normally get there?
Well, we get like roughly in between 200 and 250 people, and that's including everybody. That's our volunteers, our crew, our people from the whiskey industry, and the guests. But that's about the number we got like every year, and that works for us.
Do you have a limit on the number, or is it unlimited?
Nah, it is sort of unlimited, but at the same time, it's 250-ish people is about the maximum we would like to accommodate. For the very simple reason that with that number of people in, it still keeps on being a very personal event, and that's what we like to keep it at.
And we need to keep it relaxed.
Yeah, for ourselves as well.
Yeah, exactly. And this works for us, so it's a good number.
And how does it work? Because I've seen, I've been following you obviously for 16 years now, but
I still haven't been.
I still haven't been. I've got to get over there. Well, I've got to get over there just to come into your cellar.
Well, you should actually. You're more than welcome to.
I could probably do some damage in there.
Oh. Looking forward to that.
When the people, I've seen in the pictures that there are tables where there are shared bottles or something. What's that all about?
That's like the main concept. You come together, you bring a bottle of whiskey just to share and enjoy. And it can be anything, any kind of whiskey you would like to share with people. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of whiskey. Doesn't matter if it's high end or low end. Just something you would like to share. Your
best, your worst, your most expensive, your cheapest, whatever. The best find you had last year, whatever. In the first couple of years of Maltstock, we even had a world's worst whiskey index. So the absolute worst whiskey they've ever had to share, which was really funny and good. But it's there to the sharing is what it's all about. So people bringing in a bottle is part of that.
Yeah, and there's what's the thing that happens at midnight? I heard there's.
I can't talk about
that. There's some crazy. I saw something about hot dogs at midnight or something.
The midnight snack. Yeah, absolutely. The first couple of years we did Maltstock, and basically you had to pay for everything you did aside of the whiskey, as in your drinks, your food. No, we provided for food, but
you always provided
for
food. Yeah,
but every drink you had to pay for, and then we thought it was all a bit of a hassle, so we made Maltstock an all-in experience,
fully all-inclusive, way more relaxed.
Yep. And one of the complaints that we got after a couple of years is that people actually have dinner, and then there was a couple of nibbles, that sort of stuff, but there was no real food anymore. So people started ordering pizzas in and stuff. Can you imagine Pizza Boy coming into the middle of the woods, ending up at these guys drinking whiskey? It was pretty funny. So we decided we had to have a midnight snack, and actually from I think the third or fourth Maltstock, we've been doing that, and it's been great up until now. We've had shawarma, for instance, but also wild boar sausages, all sorts. Yeah,
let's face it, you can use a good snack after a couple of drams.
Absolutely, you wouldn't believe the amount of food these people eat.
Oh, wow.
I can imagine. It'd be a little bit scary being a pizza delivery guy turning up in the woods with a big fire burning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I once found one strolling all over the place and trying to find the guys who had actually ordered the pizza, and he wanted me to pay for it as well. Yeah, I just sent him off. Sorry.
Have you had a lot of support from the industry?
Massive. And that's been really, really important for us. And we had that from year one. Really important for us in year one was that Jim McEwen was coming over, which was amazing. And it was still one of the great highlights, but it gave us also a lot of credibility if you're just like a small whiskey weekend just starting out. But no, it's been really very supportive from the whole industry. And it's crazy for us, but we actually have to turn people down that want to come over and host tastings or want to be part of it. And it's like, we've reached our limit. I mean, next year maybe, but so. And the good thing I would also like is it's all whiskey enthusiasts from the industry that come over, and for our guests it's like amazing, because at the whiskey fair they're pouring drams. They can talk for like a couple of minutes. Here they sit down with the people and they can chat for hours if they want to.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So you can really connect with those people.
Yeah. So one of the problems with the whiskey fairs is there's so many people there vying for whatever time they can get, and especially like you said, you've only got a couple of hours and you're in and out and it's all over.
Well, basically whiskey fairs are about the whiskey, which is great. Maltstock is about the people.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it's all about whiskey as well, in the sense that one of the things that I experienced at fairs early on already was that if you have sometimes you have this incredible 20 or 30-year-old dram that you can actually try, and you end up spending only a couple of minutes on it, which is actually really a shame. And that's the beautiful thing about Maltstock. You can just sit there and relax
Enjoy the sunshine.
Enjoy the sunshine whenever there is any. But you can actually sit down, relax, and enjoy the dram the way it's supposed to be enjoyed, I think.
Yeah. Now, when I launched Single Malt TV back in 2005,
Wow.
that was it's the Nijmegen Whiskey Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember, I've still got that video. I was actually trying to convert it because I had it in Flash video, and I was trying to convert it back to QuickTime because I want to put it up again. It's hilarious.
I would love to see it because I can't really remember actually.
Yeah, I know it was pretty well. I think you're all pretty drunk when you sent it.
Oh dear,
good chance.
But yeah, it was really it was good for me because it was like, oh, there are actually people out there who might like this, So
I did like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what have you had? Has anyone sort of come to you and said, can you make this bigger? Can you expand it and make it longer, have more people, have it in a bigger place?
We've had those discussions like years ago when we had a thought about it, but yes, you could. It would be totally different. No, we don't want to because it's totally relaxed as is. And for us, it's a hobby. It's not a business. So no, it's perfect the way it is. And the venue also really fits us very well. We had to move to a different venue 1 year. That was a nice challenge. So we're good where we are. We're good with the number of people we have. But I would like to see is more Maltstock events all over the world. That would be great.
That would be great. Absolutely.
Well, speaking about that, tell me about Australia, because I can understand you going to Australia, but how the hell did you end up in Tasmania?
Not by choice.
We wanted to be as furthest away as we could get it.
Apparently, there's no critters there that are trying to either eat you or kill you. So. No, that's actually by more or less by chance. So last year at Maltstock, we noticed this guy snooping around a bit, asking people questions, and eventually coming towards us, asking, telling us that he was interested in organizing Maltstock in Australia somewhere. So we had a decent discussion with him. It turned out to be David Lygoff.
Yeah.
Well-known name in Australia. He had already got real plans in place, as in he already had a venue. He already had a big thought about how to get people in there. He already had more or less thoughts about how to get together a program, basically. So he was rather serious. And for the first, now it's not the first time that we were that we had real interest from someone, but this time, we noticed that it was different, and lo and behold, about a month later, I think.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. We signed a bit of a contract, and he can now use the name Maltstock, and it's going to be Maltstock Down Under, which is mind-boggling, to be honest.
And it will be slightly different, which is great.
Yep.
But for us, the main thing is that the real keys are there. It's a weekend. It's non-profit. It's relaxed. It's getting together. It's sharing and enjoying. And it's nice if it's slightly different.
I had a talk after we spoke, after we texted each other a couple of weeks back. I got in touch with David, and because I thought it'd be good to get him on here. A couple of weekends before the event is on.
Yeah.
And you guys are going over, of course, right?
Most definitely.
That is the plan. Yeah.
Now, are you going over to run it, or are you going over to participate?
To watch it closely.
No, definitely not to run it. Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I mean, it's one of the things that I learned pretty quickly when you're organizing a thing like a whiskey event. There's all kinds of rules and regulations around that. That's difficult enough in the Netherlands, let alone traveling to Australia where we don't know anything about that sort of thing. So no, David has got us covered there. But we will be there. We will participate, and absolutely, we'll keep a close eye on him while he does that.
Got full confidence in David.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been down in that area.
Oh, wonderful.
Just outside Hobart. It's a beautiful area. So and the facility looks fantastic.
Yeah, that really does. Yeah, it will be like a Maltstock Deluxe.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks the venue looks better, to be honest, than our own. More luxurious. Also
Private rooms,
bedrooms, that sort of thing. So with us, if you want that, you basically either have to rent one of our cabins, and these cabins are usually already gone before the start of Maltstock itself.
And they're still fairly basic.
Yeah, they're really basic. Or you have to be in a hotel, but that's the private option we have. So,
well, you're gonna have everyone flying over from Amsterdam to Tasmania to experience the 5-star Maltstock.
Oh well, guessing a bit around. I mean, guessing from the people I know in the whiskey scene, so to say. Probably some of these nutcases will actually do that. So.
It's a good excuse to tie in a holiday.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, I've seen the way you guys follow all over the world for Formula One, so there's no reason you shouldn't do the same for Maltstock, I think.
Yeah. Good point.
Sounds good.
So when you're running that in Tasmania, are you going to have a lot of people from the industry going over, or you don't know?
That'll be totally up to David.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We're not going to interfere. I mean, if we can assist somewhere, yes, we will.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the whole show, it's totally up to David and his team.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
What he did do is he put Maltstock next to a whiskey festival. So
Sydney.
There will be plenty of people from Scotland and from all over the world over for that particular festival. So
it's the week after the show in Sydney. So,
it would be pretty easy.
Yeah. Oh, that'll work out well. The other thing is he's not that far from those Tasmanian distilleries.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, if you look online at the moment, there's a couple of exhibitors which have already confirmed that they will be there, and I think one or two of them are actually from Tasmania. So
yeah. Just explain to me, because you said it's a non-profit. How does that work?
Well, we work like hell and we don't earn any money.
we are a volunteer-driven event. We've been that from the start, to be honest.
Yep.
Obviously, when we were thinking about organizing Maltstock for the first time, we tried to sort of make a business case for it, and it doesn't work out. It's very simple. The thing is, we probably would get an event which would be too expensive, and on top of that, the whole thing about sharing, enjoying, take your time, relax. It feels better, and I think it works better as a non-profit event, to be honest.
Yeah, it's always been our goal to have a weekend just the way we want it, just how we would like to go to a weekend.
Yeah,
and that's what we've done.
Yeah,
and it's
I guess the thing is that also makes it a lot more relaxed, that you haven't got to worry about making a profit.
No, we have to make. Well, actually, we have to worry about making break even, but yeah. Well, no, we're good. We're fine. So we had a lot of help from the industry again. That really helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Does the industry provide a lot of the liquid beverage?
Well, they host quite a few tastings.
Yeah.
Because years ago, we started doing what we call the drinks with sessions, like those short 20-minute sessions. So we run 30 of those on a Saturday.
Holy
they're all hosted by people from the industry, of course, and they bring the bottles for that.
Yeah.
And those are all free for our guests to join whenever they want. I mean,
you
don't pay for the tastings.
So how many of the 30 sessions can you go to?
As many as you want to, basically.
Some people turn it in a sort of a sport to try and attend as many as possible. Yeah.
We used to have like proper 1-hour master classes on the Saturday, and those will be equally divided by between all guests. So we could get like 2 or 3. But then you had like a fixed time and you would have to go on that time. So when you're sitting down and having a nice chat, you would actually have to stop that chat because your tasting was started. We wanted to get rid of that. Now it's like you can go, if you feel like going to a tasting, there is one going on. Just see where it is, which one it is, and go, join. And those small, which I also like, It's like way more intimate. It's 20 minutes, so it's more interactive between the host and our guests.
Yeah,
I like it.
And on top of that, most of the hosts will do several tastings a day.
Yeah.
So if you miss one, you can just turn up on another one if you want to.
So I've got to ask you this. You got to tell me one of your favorite Maltstock stories.
Oh dear. Oh,
and I think we're all adults here, so we can.
Oh. Oh dear. There's so many. One of my favorites would be so this is, oh dear, a couple of years ago, I got a phone call from Teun here in the car while I was driving home from work, and it was about Sam Simmons. And Sam Simmons called in, and he had this idea around a couple of events he wanted to do at Maltstock. A really great tasting idea that he had. But on top of it all, he had this idea around doing a whiskey piñata. Now, so I'm driving in my car, and I'm thinking whiskey piñata, and I think that we have this big square where we keep all these bottles. So I was imagining people trying to hit the piñata near those bottles, and I went, oh, that's probably not a good idea. And then I went, when does he want to do this? Yeah, at the campfire. Okay, so we have got a campfire burning. At the end of the day, people have had loads and loads of whiskey, and it's dark. It's only lit by campfire, and then we hang up a whiskey piñata, and people start. Okay, yeah, well, and I think
might not be a good idea.
It might not be a good idea, but so. In the end, I thought, well, it's his brand. So if he wants to do it, let's go ahead and try. And we actually did, but we had a piñata. We had a piñata. It was the first and last time. Let's keep it at that.
So what was in the piñata? Whiskey?
Minis and tasting goodies, tickets and goodies. Yeah. All sorts. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Did you film it? You should have filmed it.
There is footage of it somewhere.
Yeah, there are some, but
not sure we got.
I think
we got photos. I'm pretty sure we got photos.
Yeah, photos.
You should definitely run that in Australia.
David, are you listening?
Yeah.
Good luck with the piñata.
Yeah, that's actually a funny concept. So what?
Another one I really liked was when one of the guys, Tony, decided he wanted to do something special, and he said, well, what I'm going to do is like a midnight pajama tasting. I'm going to bring some special whiskeys, but you can only come if you show up in your pajamas. People actually went out to the stores to get pajamas just to go to the tasting.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was good fun. No, we heard loads of good tastings as well, crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's a good thing, when the whiskey industry is coming to Maltstock, they know what kind of audience they're going to get, like proper whiskey enthusiasts, not like the real geeks, but the real enthusiasts, and they really appreciate what they're doing. So it's easier for them to do something special or bring something out of the ordinary because they know it will be appreciated.
Yeah. For instance, Sam Simmons that year brought a Teun 1401 deconstruction.
Yeah.
So all the individual casks that were in that particular bottling. And it was really interesting. I couldn't sit down and have a taste, but I did smell them, and there were a couple of. It was a learning experience basically.
Yeah.
Another thing that we did was all the half fabricates of Four Roses.
Yeah, that was a nice one. The white dogs or the Four Roses.
Oh, right.
White dogs and the products, which was a bit,
all 10,
which was a bit much. To be honest,
tasting, yeah. Or Anthony, who did a tasting from the Chieftain's Independent Bottling. He brought samples, and it was basically accepted or rejected. Did we accept the sample, or did we reject the sample? And then he was explaining why. Well, real interesting.
Yep.
But we also had a barrel race.
It sounds like it's altogether too much fun.
Is there such a thing as too much fun?
Hey, yeah, speaking about too much fun, do you have people turn up and are totally shocked by the weekend? You know, surprised.
First timers, they sometimes need a little bit of guidance.
Yeah.
Which Stan and our team does really well.
Actually, we find that most people are, again, you only turn up at Maltstock usually when you're a real whiskey enthusiast.
Yeah.
So we find people are usually very, very well behaved. So you have to imagine there's the bottles people bring in. There's around somewhere in between 250 and 300 bottles of whiskey in the main square.
Yeah.
And you see people standing around them, having a chat, and tasting these whiskeys, and they will all pour very, very small measures of them because they all know that if you want to taste many whiskeys, you have to keep it at small measures.
Yeah.
And they do realize that sometimes when people come for the first time, they sort of forget that. It has happened, but
actually, then their bed is there and they can rest.
They can rest. They can rest up,
which happens.
Continue the next day. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so most people come in, they know what to expect, so they're ready for it.
Yeah,
if they're ready for it. I don't know, but
yeah, ready. I wouldn't say, at least not for the first timers usually. But
then again, it's a really warm community. The whiskey world in general is a really warm social community. So even if you come like a first timer on Maltstock, and even if you just come by yourself, and my uncle did that years ago. He came for the first time and all by himself, didn't know anybody there. But it's like one big, almost like a big group hug. You're totally accepted, and you're already immediately chatting with people and enjoying, and it's like you've been there for years.
And it's also a bit of a self-correcting system. If someone pours in real large measures, you will see other visitors pointing out, well, you might want to take it down a bit because otherwise you'll end up drunk, basically.
Yeah.
So it's community. It really
it's a good community.
Oh, that's good. So let's just go back to Australia for a second. When this is run in Australia, have you got plans to go to like New Zealand or
as a holiday, or have a Maltstock in New Zealand,
or Singapore, or as Maltstock? Because I'm sure
it won't be us. It will totally depend on people in countries wanting to host it. I know Teun from Milk and Honey. He's really keen to have one in Israel. We would love to see one there.
Oh, right.
We were close with having one in Campbelltown, but that will be done by Mark and Kate. They were setting it up.
Yeah.
But it's got to be people that want to run it. And we can help. We will participate. But it's got to be people that want to run it in their country. I mean, we're not actively seeking out to franchise it everywhere.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, because there's a huge whiskey community in Singapore, and I know when I was over there doing a job for teaching some lighting workshops for Panasonic, and everyone that came to the workshop, and there are over 100 people there. They're all whiskey enthusiasts, and I forget the name of the bar that we went to in Singapore, but they just took over the bar, and these guys knew their whiskey too. But there's a huge community there, so you might get a call from someone in Singapore.
We'll be very open to that one.
Yeah, bring it on.
I mean, I would love to see it more around the world. It's good. It's nice.
Well, it spreads that camaraderie that you're talking about. That when I saw it was going to Australia, I thought, geez, it'll do really well in Australia, because I think Aussies and you Dutch guys are all sort of pretty much the same in a way. We just like going out and having fun.
Yep.
And mixing it with a little bit of alcohol, of course.
It's a good lubricant. Let's keep it at that. Yeah. But I think you're right. To be honest, I couldn't imagine any countries where it would be hard to organize, as long as you keep it at having people in that are really enthusiastic about whiskey, and I would love to see it all over the world, to be honest.
Let's face it, the world can use some more relaxedness.
Absolutely.
Now, which one of you guys gets into the most trouble at Maltstock?
Probably me.
Explain.
You can never find me. You can never reach me.
That's true. That's true.
No, we don't have any trouble at Maltstock. It's also well organized.
Yeah. No, I don't mean trouble as in real trouble. I mean, like fun trouble. Good trouble.
Well, to be honest, organizing Maltstock is a really busy job. I mean, not so much in the months leading up to Maltstock anymore. We've basically got that streamlined now, but Maltstock itself is hard work, to be honest. And most of it's actually been done by our volunteers,
which are wonderful.
Yeah, we've got a group of really, really great people who more or less take all the work out of our hands. And without them, it wouldn't be possible, to be honest.
But for us, Maltstock is like we're constantly busy.
Yeah.
We're relaxed, but you're walking, you're checking, you're chatting. I mean, we get to enjoy it at a totally different level, which I really love. But
and making sure it works and
exactly, yeah. But also my favorite moment is always like the early Saturday afternoon, sun is shining, people are chatting with each other, everything's going fine. I'm like, we're in a good place.
Now,
but for us now going to Tasmania means we finally get to enjoy Maltstock in a different way.
I know. Well, I got. Here's the thing. Do you think the Aussies are going to outpace the Dutch in terms of how much they drink down there?
I would hope not.
I would hope not. No.
No, let's keep it relaxed. I mean, it's not a drinking pace.
Yeah. So, have you? You've obviously met a lot of people from Australia. So, you got. What are your expectations for that event?
I expect it to be very well organized.
Yep.
And totally relaxed. And apart from that, we'll see.
You know what's funny? That's exactly what David said.
Really?
I said to him, "What are your expectations?" He said, "Well, it'll be very well organized and totally relaxed."
Well, we're on the same page.
Have you guys been texting each other?
No,
nope. Not about that. To be honest, I think the whiskey community in Australia is quite large. Judging from my work that I've done with a couple of these guys over there. And they're really committed. So I totally expect people to turn up and have a lot of fun, relaxed fun with Maltstock. So yeah.
I mean, the Aussies I know and meet are usually fairly relaxed and good fun. So yeah.
Oh, I think we've got someone on here from Tasmania.
Okay.
Morning.
Like for a drink.
It's the event will be amazing. It's such an amazing venue you are coming to.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you.
Hang on, I'll see if they've got any questions. Oh, they can hear me. Why am I saying that? Yeah. I'm texting it. I'll see if they got any questions.
You could actually speak to people these days.
That's pretty funny. Actually, you don't know what David's handle is. It might even be David.
Is he like the only one watching?
So, have you got any questions? Yeah, how do I organize this bloody thing?
Get good crew.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah,
that's really key, though. It's one of the things that we really learned in the first couple of years. Like the first year, we were like really hands-on ourselves during the weekend. You can't be. You just can't be. I mean, you're always called away. You're always talking to people. You can't be hands-on. You need good crew.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no, we haven't got any questions. But whoever's. Oh, here we are. Have you guys been to Tasmania before?
I have not yet. I have been to Australia, not to Tasmania.
No,
I've never been so far down south. So
you know what? You got to be careful down there because the Tasmanian devils will attack you as soon as you get off the plane. You got
to. We'll keep them relaxed.
Do they actually like whiskey?
I did try Tasmanian whiskey though.
Yeah. Some of it is really good.
Yeah, have you guys had the Tasmanian guys over at Maltstock in Nijmegen?
No, we tried to get a couple of people over some years ago.
Yeah, I tried for a couple of years. Yeah.
Absolutely. We tried to meet up with them at the Paris Whisky Show, for instance.
Yeah.
From memory. But yeah, I mean, Maltstock is relatively a small event, although we are, you get quality time with us. It's still 250 people. And yeah, I get that these guys need to sort of balance their travel expenses out and that sort of thing. So we were sort of hoping that on the back of a couple of larger events in Europe, we could actually get some people over, but it didn't happen up until now.
But if anybody is listening and wants to come over, get in touch.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is they'll probably all be at Maltstock in Tasmania.
Good stuff.
Yeah, be good.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me read this to you. Definitely not David, but I do know him. We've had many great distilleries around here. Looking forward to meeting you.
Wonderful.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So the handle on this is Garen4321. So Garen4321, thanks for the messages. And you may, are you going to be at the event? Let's see if he's. So, you know, when we launched Single Malt TV, I was doing live webcasts, and I did a lot of live webcasts from Highland Park. And the technology back then, because we were doing it 2007, 2008, it was a nightmare trying to get the stuff out. And even I remember, you know, when I was first going over to Scotland, I'd go into a hotel and say, you know, what's the password for the internet? And they go, well, what's the internet?
Yeah.
And you know, and most places had no internet, and 90% of them didn't even know what it was. And yeah, we were trying to do live streams with Jerry Tosh from Orkney, and it was a nightmare. You know, we'd be on, we'd be off, we'd be on, we'd be off, and it's just so much easier now to do this stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah, so much has changed. I mean,
here's a message. Yes, I'm going to be helping out at the event.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, we got crew.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
you know what you're getting into.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, David was going to try to jump on, but yeah, Bob, you were saying about the difference between then and now is
yeah, it's incredible. I mean, back in the day, if your laptop had a webcam or something like that, it was really, really modern. And now a couple of years later, we were coming into this basement. I think quarter of an hour before we went. Yeah, something like that.
The relaxed approach.
Yeah. So and now I've got these microphones, and I've got a dedicated camera, which I mean it's ludicrous.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And I mean, my setup here is I mean, you can do it off your iPhone now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've got an actual studio set up here, and I've got another monitor running over the back just to make sure we're still going live on YouTube. Oh, I got another message that said David's a morning person. It's currently 5:39.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh,
in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit early.
I've seen people actually drinking at that time of day. Yeah.
At Maltstock.
Actually at Maltstock. And also on the other side of the world. Yeah. We did a COVID edition once.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
And we had a campfire which was presented by Jess.
Yeah.
Jess Lomas. And she actually had Yumi from Japan calling in,
Yeah.
and Joshua and what's his name?
Jason.
Jason, sorry.
Single malt
Yeah.
nation. Single cask nation.
Single cask nation. Yeah. So Yumi was actually sitting on her bed, trying
with a pillow,
with a pillow, sipping whiskey.
Because for her it was like 4 or 5 in the night.
Something like that. Yeah.
Actually, I should ask: is it Garen? Is Garen your name, or is that just the screen name? But have you been to Maltstock? I'm asking the person who's texting. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, technically, we haven't been to Maltstock. I mean, that's the funny thing. It's the event that we always would like.
Well, the closest thing we got. I mean, for like 5 or 6 years, there was like a sort of a spin-off in Scotland called the Dramboree.
Oh yeah, yep.
And that was like a take on Maltstock.
Yeah.
We went there once, so we got a little taste of it.
True.
Yeah.
We slept in the engine room.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Tried to sleep in the engine room. Yeah.
It's Gary.
Gary.
Gary, yeah. Gary N. So Gary, have you been to Maltstock, or will this be your first time in Tasmania? The what?
We get like people from 14, 15 different nations every year, but
yeah.
I don't remember we actually had Aussies.
No, not too many. We're supposed to have we're supposed to have Matt Bailey last year, but
true.
He traveled.
It's a long way from Australia to Nijmegen for the weekend.
Oh yeah. Then again, some people do make the pilgrimage from the weirdest corners of the world.
We got people coming from Japan.
Yeah, I mean,
buying tickets from Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Canada.
Yeah. Chichibus has been with us for as long as we.
Yeah, you know, they've been great supporters.
Absolutely.
But that's interesting. But there's also just paying guests coming from Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Last year, 13.
Yeah, that was a whole club, with all the small distilleries.
Yeah.
Actually, here's the comment from Gary. Can you see that?
Nope.
He said, "No, I've not been to Maltstock before. Yeah. David did have an event at the venue you were going to, and I went to that."
Our own chat.
Good, so he knows the venue.
Our own chat is in the way. There we are.
Well, that's good. So you've met the first person that's going to Maltstock.
Right.
Well, not going to it. He's going to be working at it.
Yeah. He's going to be a volunteer there. Good stuff.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, you need him.
Well, that's fantastic. So, what else have I got? I've got some other questions I wanted to ask you. I wrote out all these questions, but it's easier just to talk.
They better be relaxed.
They're all relaxed.
Good.
You've sort of pretty much answered all of them. But the one thing I did want to ask you is, you don't just do single malts, right? You do any whiskey, so bourbon and American whiskey, Japanese whiskey, Indian whiskey, whatever.
Definitely, yeah.
100%, yeah. I mean, just whiskey in general, whatever people enjoy and whatever's interesting to try, whatever people want to talk about. I mean, yes.
I mean, whiskey is, I think, out of all the distillates, it's the most diverse distillate that there is. I mean, everybody uses basically the same 3 ingredients, and they come up with all these different expressions of whiskey. And it would be weird not to allow them
even
also.
Even at the moment, I mean, this is what we just poured. Can you see? That's like a milk and honey Israeli.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean,
what's
they
that?
do a special bottling for us like the past 5 or 6 years, which is great.
Yeah, I saw that. What's that? Tell us what the profile of that is.
Yeah, Bob, tell them what the profile is. Got your reading glasses?
Yep, I do have my reading glasses on me.
This is an Exciter cask, actually.
Yep, Exciter cask. One of only 30 bottles. Having said that, is that including the minis or?
Nope.
Okay, So
30 full-size bottles, and most will go into the raffle.
Most will go into.
We'll pour a few as a welcome dram. We always have a welcome dram, so when people arrive, they get a dram. That was this one last year.
So it's actually a really fruity whiskey.
Yeah.
It's also quite hot in the sense that it's 63.5% alcohol by volume, which is quite up there, to be honest.
It doesn't taste like 63.
No, but
No.
It's
62 the most.
It is really fruity. It's really nice stuff.
I quite like it, actually.
Yeah, and they've been doing this sort of thing the last 5 years. You said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 5.
Gary just said David loves his milk and honey.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Well, I believe his son used to work for Milk and Honey, so.
Yeah, he said the nearest distillery is Clyde Mill, which used to be Nant Distillery.
Okay.
It's the closest one to the venue.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll pay that one a visit.
Yeah.
So, Gary, you're a wealth of information, mate. We need.
Get a camera, get him on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we should have bring him on as a special guest after the event. We'll get Gary. We'll get you on, and you can tell us how the event went.
Yeah. How big of an ordeal it was.
Oh, that'll be interesting. You should have a few of our volunteers on. They'll tell you different stories.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, well,
because they see and know a lot that we don't see and don't know.
True.
All right, I'd keep it away from the bosses.
We just can't be bothered.
And to be honest, we always have an after party, and that's when we learn about all the shenanigans that's been going on without us knowing. Which is really good.
This Gary has lived in Tasmania since 2007. Are you actually in the industry, or just a lover of the beverages that come from it? We'll find out.
Ooh.
So, Bob, you didn't give me the rundown on you didn't give me the whiskey profile of the Milk and Honey.
You thought you were going to get away with it.
If you were my son, you'd say, tastes like whiskey.
Tastes like whiskey.
You can tell it's got a proper education, huh?
Yeah, I know. Right.
It is a cider cask, and to be honest, that's the sort of thing that I really like about whiskies from outside of Scotland. Some of them use these other casks basically that you couldn't use to make a Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
So on the nose, again, it's really fruity. It's I know it's a cider cask, and that's why I'm looking for the apples and stuff, and I get fruitiness, but I'm not getting apples, to be honest.
A little bit like the sour kind of apples.
Yeah, a bit of that, bit tartness. Then on the taste, you immediately get this slight hit of like white pepper. It's not the alcohol so much, but you get the heat. You get the heat from the alcohol, but it's also it's got some pepperiness to it. Some sweetness coming through.
But it's not burning on your tongue.
No.
And that's 63%, you were saying?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they are a bit crazy at Milk and Honey.
Weird stuff, but it's
creative.
Yeah,
and relaxed.
That's true. But it's usually it's really good, actually. So I like them. And to be honest, if I refer that back to Australian whiskey, there was this one with ginger beer casks.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
Oh dear.
What's that? You can order a drink in Scottish pubs with single malt and ginger beer. What's that called?
What, like a half and half?
No, it's not half and half. I remember I was at Bowmore one time, and I went into one of the bars with Andrew Rankin. And Andrew said, have you ever had Bowmore and ginger beer? And I said, ginger beer? And he said, yeah, just try it. And it was fantastic.
Really?
Sounds good. Yeah, it was incredible.
But did you have it? Was it like next to each other or mixed?
No, mixed. Yeah, you put a little bit. I don't know what the percentages were, but a little bit of ginger beer, and then the
like sort of take on a highball.
Yeah, and then the Bowmore on top, and oh god, it was fantastic. And
because you were just nipping the Bowmore on the top.
Yeah, this ginger beer stayed on the bottom, and the Bowmore floated on top. Gary's telling us all about the ginger beer casks now. I'll put his post up.
Starward, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I couldn't get a name, but Starward ginger beer cask. It's a stunning whiskey, and although it's not traditional in the sense of Scotch whiskey, it's really, really good. The same is for this one. It's true for this one, I think. On the finish, this whiskey has a finish, but it's quite light. It's like a bit like silky or something like that,
which is a bit surprising with the ABV.
Yeah. It's smooth and silky, and it's quite long actually.
It's still smooth and silky, almost sounds like relaxed.
It's a relaxed.
Here's an interesting thing. He just said he knows of a peated ginger beer cask.
Of course,
peated ginger beer cask. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
my mind goes like, why?
Why not?
Yeah, well. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting in Tasmania.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you're getting down there with all those crazy Aussies, mate. You know. So we probably should start winding this up a little bit because we've been going for an hour. So, what you guys obviously still get pretty excited by Maltstock, or you wouldn't be doing it.
The main reason we do it is we host it with it's 5 friends all together. We have fun throughout the year, and we enjoy getting together. We enjoy hosting it. We enjoy planning it. But the main thing is we have fun throughout the year. The moment it stops being fun, we stop with Maltstock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's also really rewarding. It's a funny thing that when you do something. Basically as a volunteer as well. It's really rewarding to see all these happy faces at Maltstock, just sharing whiskey. This crazy idea that we had, somewhere apparently already in 2005, and I didn't know about that, but
yeah,
it's come to fruition. It's actually happening, and it's been happening for the last 16 years.
Yeah.
Number 17 coming up this year.
Number 17 coming up. It's bonkers. It really is bonkers. But it's
the thing that's really crazy is it's gone from just a thought in your head to now it's going to be run in Tasmania as well, and the chance of it spreading around the world I think is pretty high because it's obviously something that people really enjoy.
Yep. Yeah. It's crazy, but it's also that's where part of the fun is as well. So
what I really like also is, I mean, you really see new friendships starting at Maltstock. People meet there and people become friends even from different countries and they meet up later. Some even find their new spouses there.
That has happened. yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. A weekend of no holds barred.
Okay.
Hey, now I've got something. You've got to keep this in mind when you go to Tasmania. Gary just said he may have a bottle of the peated ginger beer cask.
May have.
That because he's not sure. So he said he'll take if he has, he'll take it to Maltstock.
That'll be interesting.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So you better remember that one.
Oh, we will.
Well, listen, we might wrap it up. And thanks, guys, for coming on and doing this. I really appreciate you being the first guinea pigs on.
Well, I can see why you would want a relaxed start, of course. So.
Exactly, yeah, it had to be relaxed, and but no, it's really fantastic having you on here. And I mean, like I said, when we launched in 2005, you guys were the first guys to really take an interest in single malt TV, and I've always really appreciated that. So it felt sort of only right to sort of go, like I said, go full circle and have you guys on the first live webcast. So you know, sort of congratulations on the success of Maltstock. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And sort of thanks for jumping on here and being part of the rebirth of Single Malt TV.
It's our relaxed pleasure, and it's really good seeing you back in cyberspace.
Yeah, I know. It's the best place for me, actually.
So keep it going. It's good to have you back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, mate. And as we get closer to Maltstock, like I said, I'm going to have a talk with David, and it would be good to get some of the volunteers from your end of the show to come on and have a bit of a talk. That could be quite a lot of fun.
You will get a totally different talk, I can tell you that.
That's our reputation down the drain, I think.
It will be lifted.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, guys. And I'll sign off, and we'll be chatting.
Wonderful. Good seeing you. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Okay. See you later. Well, that was a fun time with Teun and Bob, and hope everyone got a bit of an insight into what Maltstock is all about. And if you're down under, make sure you make your way down to Maltstock in Tasmania. Although I do believe that there are a limited number of spaces there, so you might have to get in quick. But in any event, like I said to the guys, you know, congratulations. Maltstock has become a little bit of a phenomenon, and it was great having them on, and it was very relaxing to sit and chat with them about the most relaxed whiskey event in the world. So this event will be recorded and streamed for reviewing on YouTube. And I'm going to cut some of the stuff up. I've recorded it all ISO, so I can cut certain pieces out of it, and that'll go onto Single Malt TV as well. So without any more ado, thanks very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next live event.